What's going on, folks? Yours truly here, Papa Goat, aka Mr. American Dream, right? You guys gonna hear that a lot. But anyway, as you can see my title today, just gonna be talking about 7 keys to make it to six figures. And I know a lot of people actually want to hear that subject. It's a subject that's very popular, especially when you looking on YouTube. So hey, who's better to bring you the news than somebody who's been consistently making six figures over the years? Somebody with experience, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what I did, some of the stuff I did to actually get there where I actually left my job and I'm an entrepreneur. But anyway, as always, the show will start right after this. Welcome back. Amazing, amazing. So, anyway, guys, it's always a pleasure to be here. I have my wine today. I'm hoping as you're listening to this, you either on your way to work or from work, or maybe you're catching me live. I don't know what you're doing, but eventually you'll get this. And hopefully, I can guide you to actually get to where you want to be. And then eventually, I'll be making a video or one of the segments to say how to make it to seven figures. Who's better than somebody who will be making the seven-figure mark to teach you? And by the way, behind me, you see it says 45. That's 45 days until Christmas. Jeez, I know you feel like you're getting old out there. And you know why? That's because you are getting old. 45 days until Christmas. I can't believe it. My kids are old. That means I'm older. They run me. They're my boss. But anyway, I'm hoping you're having a great Wednesday, chilling with me today. And I hope everything I'm going to be talking to you about today is valuable to you. Share this live, share this video. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe and help us grow this channel. It's all about connecting with one another. So anyway, 7 keys. Let me drink some wine before I share it with you. And take some time, if you're home, get some paper and pen. Watch this and DM me if you have more information. Ask questions, because I know what it's like to be trying to make it to the other side. And really, once you make it there, it's like, oh man, it's pretty simple. Now, how can I maximize what I learned to, make it further? But anyway, number one, I'm really going to be speaking on somebody who has like a job right now, right? So if you have a job, you want to make it to the six-figure mark, it's very, very possible. It's actually, number one, this is what I did. You pick up a side hustle, okay? So what is the side hustle? It could be anything. Could be anything. For me, it was real estate and it was insurance, okay? So I had my 9 to 5 and, I went and get my license for those of you who knows my story. And, I just took it from there. But at least you make the first step. Because if you want to make it to where you're not living, in your situation, say you're making 30 grand a year or 40 grand, 50 grand a year, you want to double that, then listen, if you keep doing what you've been doing for 5, 10 years, you're only going to get the result of what you've been getting. So changing strategy is a big way. So it's always to get into sales. To me, that's what makes sense. A lot of people pick up a second job. I'm not a big fan of second job. However, it makes sense to some people, so I'm not, I'm not criticizing your decision to get a second job. But to me, especially somebody like me, if you have kids and you're married, if you get to job, you have to job, then who's raising your kids? So it's something that's really important to me to always be there for my kids, be there for my wife. So I'm not a big fan of a second job. However, if it comes, for me to do that one day in life, then I'm going to do it because I have a family to take care of. So you want to really get into the six-figure mark. Number one, you have to realize there is something you don't know and there is something you're not doing. All right. So pick a side hustle. Like I said, to me, it was real estate and insurance. So you get into network marketing, whatever else out there, whatever it is, but don't make a second job be your priority. Okay, because if you do get a second job, not to say you're not going to get more income, but it's going to cost you more in the long run. because you're really spending more time away from your family. And if you have children, it's just going to be a mess. So I always encourage people to get a side hustle, and it can be from anywhere. For me, I chose real estate and insurance. That was me. But you don't have to choose that. There's so many different things out there when it comes to crypto, when it comes to like, investing. There is so many things out there, man. This is the land of opportunity. So, number one, pick a side hustle. Number two, this is very, very important. Write this stuff down, share this video. Number two, this is exactly what I did. You work your 9 to 5 and then work your 5 to 9. It's very important you get this. Work your 9 to 5, then work from 5 to 9. So what does that mean? Your 9 to 5, you're gonna be working for your boss. Who's your boss? Your employer. Maybe you working wherever you're working. As long as somebody is paying you for your time, then that's your boss, and you gotta respect that. Okay, and nothing wrong with that. But although this is not your main goal, most people. So you work your 9 to 5. Cool. Me, I used to work in restaurants, right? So I'll go in. If I have to wash dishes, if I have to be in the patio, I got promoted. I become a cook, and then I become like in a management team. So that was my 9 to 5. But my 5 to 9 was my dream. Okay, I can tell people right now, I'm living my dream. Now there's a next layer to my dream, but I'm living the time of my life right now. I tell my wife that all the time. So work your 5 to 9. What exactly does that mean? That side hustle, whether it's real estate, insurance, whether it's you doing crypto, whether it's Uber give you flexibility, but Uber is not really the way to go. Uber to me is not a business because you can't really grow. But whatever you decide to do, if you want some more ideas, you can just DM me. We can talk about it. But anyway, your 5 to 9 is the most important thing you're going to have to deal with, because that's what your baby is. That your 5 to 9 is what's going to give you your freedom. It's what's going to give you everything you need. So, meaning that you must stay committed. So if it's Friday, what the heck are you doing in the club just because your friend Tommy's in the club? Like, what are you doing talking to somebody who's not going to help you to get to the next level from your 5 to 9? What are you doing? So, meaning being consistent, which is my third point. After you working your 5 to 9, get consistent at it. Get very, very consistent at it. Discipline yourself. Me, when I was studying for my license with my real estate and insurance, after I get off work, my friend didn't see me anymore. Like, you're going to find a lot of people from high school or middle school that I used to hang with, and we're still good friends today. Don't get me wrong. But when you talk to most of them, they're going to say, man, James just disappeared from the face of the earth. We hardly see him. It's simply because I take my dream serious, So when I get off work, I was doing my 5 to 9. I was studying. I hit the books. I was doing whatever it takes, because you know why? I was tired of my job. I did 11 years working in that place. I learned a lot, but I was tired of it. Just like many of you probably watching this right now, you're probably tired of your job. So yeah, you have a 9 to 5. Do like I did. Work your 5 to 9. Your 5 to 9 is the hour you're going to be working from 5 p.m. when you clock out until 10 p.m. You're working on your craft. And eventually, it will pay off. I know a lot of people who've done what I did as well. Just like me, it paid off. You just got to stay consistent. So number 4, which I just mentioned it, is eventually to replace your 9 to 5 with your 5 to 9. Let me repeat that. Eventually, the goal is to replace your 9 to 5 with your 5 to 9. And that's exactly what I did. And the beautiful thing about it is, even though it's less hours, but it brings much more money, believe it or not. So how do you make that happen? Well, you got to be a little bit more intentional by writing it down. So say you start real estate, right? Real estate, I'll just use that as an example. Say you find out an average closing. Say you decide to go to a realtor, right? You want to be a realtor, real estate agent. You find out in this market an average closing is, let's just say, between $4,000 to $6,000 average when you make a closing, right? So what you're going to find out is, okay, how many transactions I have to close to replace my income from my 9 to 5? Meaning that if I'm making, $7,000 a month right now or $6,000 a month, one real estate deal can potentially cover your whole month of income that your 9 to 5 is paying you. So he's come up with a time frame. Maybe it's 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, whatever industry you get into. You get in there with intention, with a goal. So when you are closing, each real estate deal is bringing you $3,000, $4,000. You said, you know what? When I have 3 months saving or 6 months saving in my bank account where I can pay my bills with those real estate transaction, I'm going to leave my job and then do this full time. So let's just say 6 months of expenses for you is, let's just put it as $14,000. Just you paying your mortgage or rent. The kids are eating. The car insurance is being paid. The car note is being paid. Let's just say 6 months is like 15 grand. Whatever. It may be more or less, depend on what you're doing. So now, once you have that $15,000, if you're like me, you'd be like, hey, listen, boss man, I appreciate those 11 years, but it's my time to go. So here's my resignation letter. Always leave on good term, So anyway, write your resignation letter. So once you are getting to that point, you're leaving your 9 to 5. It's a critical situation because it can go two ways, right? Sometimes because you don't have a boss to tell you what to do and you become a full-time entrepreneur, you can slack a little bit. And then here you are, you might get yourself in a hole. There's a way to fix that, which I'll touch base on later on. Or you can say, you know what? I'm actually waking up. I used to show houses from 5 to 9. Now I'm going to show houses all day. So instead of like getting 1 or 2 people in my pipeline every month, I need 10, I need 20. So now all of a sudden you're going to quadruple your income. Okay? So that's the transition. You need to replace your 9 to 5 with your 5 to 9. And the moment you get there, it's a very, very sweet spot. You're going to be proud of yourself. Your family's going to be proud of you. If you're married, your wife's going to be very proud of you. You're going to be proud of yourself. And at the end of the day, what I'm teaching you today is to gain the freedom that you want. Okay? To me, you can give me $1 million. You can give me $20 million. But if I don't have the freedom to actually, with my time, it doesn't worth it for me. Okay, so that was number 4. Number 5, do not expect your family to support you. Your family is your friend. Do not expect them to support you. Because this is what happened a lot of time when we decide to take that faith, when we decide to take that transition to get that side hustle. Let's just say you get into network marketing where you have to do some type of recruiting with your friend and family. Let's just say you get, you go realtor and you're expecting your mom or your dad or your brother, your friend to actually buy a house with you. If you have that expectation, you might just you may be setting yourself up for failure. Because you shouldn't have expectation that your family member is going to support you. And if you ever had experience on that, go ahead and type amen on the comment below, even though I'm not watching it right now. But if you have experience where your family is not supporting you, your friend is not supporting you because you pick up a side hustle, been there, done that, I understand that. But the thing is, God gave you that dream, not your family and friend. It's you. So it's your job to get outside of that circle and go change people's life. Okay, and that's a whole nother conversation when it come about the purpose of you doing real estate, whatever it may be. Because what I find out is at first you get in there to make money. And then at one point you're like, man, this is not really just about money. Real estate, for example, when you're giving the key to a house with a husband and a wife that's sitting at the closing table, because of you, these people are living in a home and they're going to have babies. They're going to create history and you'll be part of the history. So it's not just about money anymore at one point, but right now we're just talking about the foundation, which is to make money by picking up that side hustle, real estate, insurance, crypto, network marketing, whatever it is, you pick it up. All right. So, family, do not expect them to support you. What I would do if I were you is to actually get close with other people you don't know that is actually in the field, and then you can learn from them. Because your family and friend will not support you. And I'm going to tell you why. They know your flaws. Like most of your friends, they know you used to get drunk every Saturday, every Friday. So when you say, hey, man, I'm going to become a realtor, like I'm going to get in real estate. And internally, I mean, they probably like, oh, man, great job. But they don't see you as a professional. Let's just say your mom, you're waiting for your mom to buy a house with you. Well, your mom cleaned your diapers not too long ago. She don't see you as a professional. So when you get some kickback from your family and friends, it's normal. But most people, they don't even make it past that simply because they don't have maybe someone to guide them. They don't have the mindset, whatever it may be. They let family and friends discourage them from a side hustle they pick up. And before you know it, they have all the stories why they never get out of the job they are in. They just stuck for 20 years, 30 years, and whatever this may be. So that's actually number 5. Don't expect family and friend to support you. If you like this content, make sure you like this video. Make sure you share it right now. Make sure you comment what you think about what I'm talking about. And then after the show, I'll go and see what the comments are all about. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe so you can help us grow the channel. So now, let's go ahead to number 6. Number 6, which is very, very, very important. Get a coach. Now, getting a coach can be at the beginning. I just put it as number 6 because I feel like you as an individual should get or experience your own failure so you can learn, or you don't depend on somebody, throughout your whole journey. But number 6, get a coach, get a mentor. Okay? So when it comes to getting a mentor, to start with, who was my mentor when I first started? I'm going to tell you exactly who was my mentor. You see behind me here, these books. I have quite a few. I have some more books upstairs. This is how my mentorship started, by the way. So just because you start does not mean you're just going to find somebody automatically to just mentor you. No. Listen, it's gonna be you educating yourself. So whether it's books, seminars, find seminars to go to. I used to go to a lot of seminars. I would travel, pay my own money, go to a different state. I'm in Florida, so go to a different state and go to those seminars because I want to hear what people have to say, people who were successful. I did that. You have to invest in yourself. This is the best money you will ever spend in your life. The money you spend to invest in yourself. So number 6, get a mentor. So like I say, seminar, mentors, books, read articles. If you get into real estate, do the best you can to learn everything you can about real estate. If it's insurance, do everything you can to get to know as much as possible and insurance. And side note, let me do a side note real quick. As I'm doing my side note, I'm going to be sipping a little bit of drink. Make sure you like and share this content. If you're watching right now, share this content. Now, side note, when it comes to mentorship, depending on the industry you get into, right? Your mentor's gonna be very different. So if you decide to get somebody in the same industry, because just because I mentioned mentorship, it can be from that same industry, or it can be another professional who will hold you accountable to your goals and dreams. But what I would say as a side note, be careful of who your mentors are. Okay? Do a little bit of research on your mentors before you actually go and do everything with them, him or her. It's very, very important to find out who that person is before you allow them to lead you, to mentor you. Okay? Because as a business individual, as an entrepreneur, you become very vulnerable to the industry or through this process. Okay? There are people out there who can potentially just drain the life out of you and take, a lot from you. So that's why you got to do your research to know who your mentors are and any recommendation from your surrounding about that mentor. Okay, before you go ahead and go full in. So That is number 6. Okay. Now, number 7, last but not least. Now, remember, what I'm telling you is what I did myself to get to where I am at today. Okay. So, number 7 and 7 keys to 6 figures is to remember why you started. Remember why you started. Let me tell you what I mean by that. At one point, you'll be making so much money where you forgot why you started. You know why I start entrepreneurship? Freedom. That's just me. To you, it may be something else. But to me, freedom for my time. I hated waking up early in the morning just to go to work to have somebody to tell me what to do. What time to go to lunch, what time to clock in, what time to clock out. I didn't like that. Maybe you okay with it, but this is not what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is, whatever reason you started, maybe you wanted to spend more time with your kids. Maybe you wanted to spend more time with your spouse. Your mom is probably sick. Your dad is probably sick. You want to spend more time with them. Whatever it may be, maybe you just want to travel more. You somebody you're very, you like to get out there and have fun. Maybe that's why you pick up a side hustle to potentially make it a career, so you can leave your 9 to 5 to be you. If that's the case, always remember why you started, because this is what happened to some people. They would go ahead and leave the 9 to 5. They will open the business and they'll go through the bridge and leave the 9 to 5, like I said, and they just lose the momentum. They forget why they started. They get alongside with a lot of people who love them, who like them just because they're making money. And then they start going out and partying, and you are the guy who's making money. So everybody is expecting for you to buy a drink. And then all of a sudden, you're like, oh my God, everything is getting away from you. Remember why you started. As long as you keep remembering why you started this in the first place, to me, nobody can take away my freedom. It's huge for me. It's huge for me. Like right now, my schedule is packed for tomorrow, but the freedom I have is I can literally call one of my appointments right now and say, hey, let's move it until XYZ day. And then they're totally fine with that. That freedom for me, it's the world. It may be different for you. So with that being said, this was my 7 keys to 6 figures. This is exactly what I did. And I haven't clocked in for somebody and probably over 5 years now, I believe. So if I can make it happen as an immigrant who came to this country, I didn't know the language, whatever excuse you may have, maybe you might say, hey, I have a big accent. I'm from whatever. People laugh at me when I get over yourself. Like Kobe Bryant said one day, get over yourself. You're not that important. Get over yourself. Get over your feelings. Now and then get out there and do what you got to do. Because you may have people that's counting on you. Your feelings cannot get in the way. You have kids, you have a wife, or you have your mom, you have your dad that's counting on you. Your feelings cannot get in the way. So get over yourself and get it done. But one thing I can guarantee you, if you don't do anything that I just said here, and you keep doing what you've been doing for the past 5-10 years, then you're always going to get the same results. So let's recap before I get out of here. 7 keys to 6 figures. Number 1, pick up a side hustle, whatever it may be, real estate, network marketing, crypto, whatever it is, pick it up and then learn it. Number 2, work your 9 to 5 for your boss and then work your 5 to 9 for your dream. That's number 2. Number 3, consistency is key. So stay consistent with your 5 to 9. Number 4, replace your 9 to 5 with your 5 to 9. How are you going to do that? Make sure you have goals, 6 months, 12 months, whatever it may be. Number 5, do not expect people to believe in you. Do not expect family to support your side hustle. Take your expectation down and focus on the bigger picture. Number 6, get mentorship. Get a coach as soon as possible to help you through that journey. Number 7, remember why you started in the first place. Never forget that. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed this show today. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you share this video with your friends. And I would love to know what you say. I would love to know your input in the comments below. Have a blessed day. God bless you. Bye bye.